Number 12, general strike. You guys heard about that?
Yeah.
15.
15.
Yep, we're 15.
Why did I say 12? Okay, whatever.
Yeah. I think the last one didn't happen, right? It just wasn't shit. And I'm not sure. I was actually talking to some people about the general strike. Actually, Namesh is one of the people I was talking to about it. Like, should it be more focused in one place? Like one demographic? I'm not saying one physical location, but like all college towns or some bullshit. I've heard some people say stuff like that where it's like, okay, let's go to college towns and shut it down, whatever. Namesh also said underwork, like slow down your work and just don't be productive. But I think that it's possible it could hurt you in the long run. You know, if you can call off work and it won't hurt anyone, call off. Here's a big thing, don't spend a fucking dime. Like
That's probably the stop.
Don't spend a dime.
Don't patronize. Yeah, just don't patronize anything. Unfortunately, to include local small businesses. Retain your money. Especially if you're not working that day and you're not bringing in any income, don't have any overhead. When it comes to focusing it, I don't think it needs to be focused. We need to paint this with the biggest brush fucking possible, to tell you the truth. And I'm going to be pretty frank about this. This is not a demonstration necessarily to the corporations of our power. This is our demonstrations to us. To those that are skeptical on our side that say, I'll be fucking fired if I don't go to work on that day. And it's like, you won't, because those 3 motherfuckers over there, they didn't get fired. You see those guys that work across the street at that company? They didn't get fired. So it's a demonstration to ourselves. Personally, this is how I believe on it. Yeah, happy birthday, Shy. This is a demonstration to ourselves, like within, like an internal communication that says we can fucking do this. So maybe not the first time is going to be as effective, and we might not even get any of our needs met. But the second time, it's going to be a little bit more people. The third time, they're going to catch on. We can stop this by, checking out, some of the items that are on the list. I'm glad that the list was actually tuned back to some that were, attainable. We don't need, Amazon employees to be allowed to ride on the cock rocket or anything like that. So we took everything scaled. I was not involved in this, but I do approve of it. Everything was scaled back to something that was attainable and sustainable, so that, it's not going to, a CEO is not going to go, fuck this. That's going to cost me too much money. I'll replace all you assholes. It's like, oh yeah, I can boost you guys. I can afford that. Yep. So it's a demonstration within rather than a demonstration without. If it has a effectiveness outside, super fucking dope. If it doesn't, we at least got some more people on our side to go, deal. Like, I can taste that.
I would like to see this become like a monthly, like every single month. We're going to do it we're going to hurt you every month. And we're not going to tell you what day it is. Like, they can't plan around it. Oh yeah, we're going to change our marketing, or we're going to bring in less people anyway that day, or what. If we become too predictable with it and consistent, then they'll try and they'll find a way to fucking play their games, But I think if we do it more consistent, and that's like you were saying, just really, you thought that hurt? Wait till we do it every time. Again, we're gonna do it, and it's gonna be more painful each time. We're gonna keep fucking with your money, and it's gonna make the stock market, because the stock market is rich people's emotions on paper, right?
Yep.
Every 15th, it's gonna dip, right? Think about that. If we did it every 15th, the stock market will take a dip on the 14th. Think about how predictable that'll be.
That's when you're able to put that short in and short that stock on the day.
Get those.
Yeah, they would just find a way to loophole it. That's for sure.
Well, they'll just go on Robinhood and not let you allow to trade for a day. Those motherfuckers,
You're trading on Robinhood and you're trading on anything associated with Citadel, you're doing it wrong.
You're fucked. Yeah. And also, good point, Cheyenne. They do a weekly segment on this, on the general strike, every Thursday here on the Trickle Up. And I'm sure they got a lot to say on Mute the Media as well about this. I think this should be an ongoing thing, guys. We should just be okay. Let's get next time. Bring another person with you. Everyone must bring another person on board. Get one person per month and then we're gonna have some incremental growth. I think that's very possible too. Just like these Medicare for All marches. If next time I go, I fill my car up, I bring 4 people with me. Then you're talking 500 people at that rally. Then the next time, it's going to be 1,000, and then some. Right? Build momentum. Prove that we can, like you're saying aggressively. The role is like we have to prove something to ourselves and to others to say, hey, holy shit, yeah, 1,000 people called off to work at one of the biggest employers. Holy shit. My packages got here 5 days late because of the strike. What the fuck, Amazon? And it puts pressure. Economic pressure. That's all they give a shit, guys. They don't give a shit about nothing else.
So we're going to have an RRS then, a random rolling strike.
Possibly. Or if it becomes systemic, man, just make it every 15th. So be it. Whatever, man.
If you have the sick time and you're capable at work, please take that opportunity. Those of you that have the sick time and you're at home or you're in your communities during that time, take the opportunity to maybe reach out to another individual that might be striking. Or if you can't take the day, but you have a little bit of extra food, supply some food to those in your community that are participating in the strike. If they didn't have any income that day, feed their families for them, help them out, reach out. I know that with Mute the Media now showing up, we are not necessarily the tolerant left, but there's no reason that we can't be kind to those around us. So reach out. If you've got the whole day off, volunteer and do something bigger than yourself.
There's 2 ways of doing it: random or scheduled. Which one do you think is more effective, Mia, if you were to do it?
Honestly, I think that, there's pros and cons to everything. So if you went with random, the problem you'd have is you couldn't organize people as well. Everybody would have to be waiting on bated breath for what day is the day. And you'd have to hope that everybody got the message on the right day. But with too much time to prepare and with a recurring date, you would have people just playing the market, knowing that it's going to dip, buying low, selling high the next day, using it as just, a predictable swing that they can manipulate with. So I think it would have to be random just because you don't want to give them a new advantage because that's what they're good at. They're good at finding loopholes that make things otherwise that would be shit for a normal person. They're money makers because they cheat. They love to cheat. It's just a new way for them to cheat.
If you think that there's a project manager or you think that there's an individual at a corporate level of most of these companies right now that doesn't know about the October 15th strike, you are fucking delusional.
Yeah, they know about it.
We scheduled on the 15th, like she said. They'll be able to play it, and they can even put in policy that says, everybody works on the 15th. If you don't, you break policy, you can be terminated. They can't fucking terminate everybody because they have to keep a company going.
That's right.
I say putting in a systematic, scheduled strike. I mean, that's what has been happening with UAW in your areas and, in where I'm from in Illinois. It's scheduled. It's ahead of time. Everybody knows. Even the individuals at corporate know that it's going to happen. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, there will be bloodshed when it comes to not physical bloodshed, but there will be bloodshed, and we as a community stick up for those individuals, help them bounce back. If you see somebody that gets terminated because of that, help them find seek another method of employment.
Yep.
But I think it has to be scheduled. I'm not coming off that one.
I think it can't be the same numerical date. I think it's got to be during the work week.
Sundays and shit.
Yeah, it can't be the 15th. It's got to be like the first Monday of every month, or I'd say the last Monday, because that fucks with their numbers at the end of the month, end of the quarter. That really pisses them off. They can have a slow start, right? But if you give them a slow finish, that really fucks them up, right? So I think it should be like the last Monday of every month, or something like that, or last Wednesday. I think it should be a Monday or Friday, just because it gives us a better weekend, right? So fuck them. Give us a 3-day weekend during the strike too. It is independent in just that day.
Indefinitely.
And
so far,
yeah.
So far it is just scheduled for that day, from what I understand.
It's just one day. Mm-hmm.
But there isn't a reason that it can't grow from there.
The Robert Escobar show said Black Friday. Imagine a general strike on Black Friday.
Now that's a separate.
That's a whole other
thing.
Fuck yeah, man.
That's
Fuck
better
Black
done by.
Friday. Well, I hate the fucking term. It's stupid. But anyway, that's just me. But yeah, definitely holidays for sure. That's easy. Nimesh says, in order to make worker strikes to work, we need an organized support system that will meet the material needs of the people. Absolutely. I personally think we the people can I'd be willing to set aside $20 a month to kick into a fund for anyone who's terminated for doing the strike for participation, and do like a fucking GoFundMe and have someone or some nonprofit, maybe, I don't know, but or just community wise, I don't know. There's a lot of different ways of doing it, but yeah, that's the hard part, is meeting our needs. We can't even meet the needs if we don't fucking strike and have a full-time job. So it's really tough. But to me, it's got to be scheduled like the first Monday of every month, or the last Friday or last Monday of the month, whatever. Give everybody a 3-day weekend too. Let them fucking roll that shit. But like you're saying, Mia, the corporations can adjust. So can we.
That's true.
Fuck them. Make them adjust. And guess what? They'll hurt until they do. And guess what? That CEO that doesn't adjust as quick, he's out. He or she's out. So
well, if things get big enough, you can always just extend the strike out an extra day or two. I mean, no matter.
Well, that's the thing. We could, on the fly, decide, you know what? Let's do another 24 hours. Let's do it for 2 days now. Fuck them. Let's do it for 3 days. Fuck them. You know, we could do that.
Do a whole last weekend for those who have weekend work scheduled. Because those plants that run operations like that, 24-hour operations, 7 days a week, they'll be crushed with a weekend strike. And it's already a skeleton crew.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Let's talk about one more topic. Have you guys heard about the strike in Kansas at the Frito-Lay factory?
I had not heard about that. Can you link an article so that I can see real quick?
Well, right now in Kansas, there's a Frito-Lay strike. They've been going on for a while. These motherfuckers had to work 5 months straight without a day off to get a day off. 12-hour days, 7 days a week. It's a point system. So if you work 31 days, you get 1 point towards vacation time. You got to get 5 points to get a day off. That's just 5 points in a row. Okay, yeah, there's a link right there, Mia, if you want to see it. In the New York Times, you put in the private chat. But yeah, so guys, they're down there, and it worked, right?
New York Times is pay gating me.
I don't think kids. But yeah, so that actually got ratified. So, but guess what, guys? Did you hear about the mainstream media talking about that strike? Fuck no.
I had no idea it was happening at all.
Yeah. Think about your Doritos. We should have all stopped buying fucking Doritos and Frito-Lay products to support them.
Bro, you act like I'm buying them here. That these guys don't pay gate.
Really?
Many, many thanks.
Oh, CNN. There we go. But the strike itself lasted a whole 15 days. It lasted one pay period for those guys, and it fucking brought those people back to that goddamn table.
Suicide shifts, they described them as. Yep. Wow. I'm sorry. I'm reading as we go. And
yeah. They had suicide. It said the point they're making is like these work schedules are anti-family, anti-mental health, and anti-union. It's like they're trying to work you to literal death. One guy died on the way home. They said he was driving his truck and he got real tired. He pulled over and he was like feeling like shit, and he died in his sleep in his truck, like delivering. So they're working them to absolute death. And guys, if anybody knows of a local union shop, even if it's a small one, let us know. We want to bring as much information about it. We want to bring them on and talk about it. We want to fucking blow them up and make sure they get our support. So what if they're selling fucking pencils? Fuck pencils, you know? If they're selling pens, fuck pens. Oh, here. Okay, Nimesh said the number of mutual aid societies have increased big time. That is a start in building an institution that would allow workers to go on strikes, okay? The idea of organizing the strike and then shorting the market to benefit working class people, we need to incentivize the movement, and that's a good way of doing it. Yeah, man. Again, I think it should be like the last Friday or Monday of the month. That'd be my own personal opinion. Oh, aggressively liberal. What do you got, brother?
Frito-Lay workers are going on strike because of poor working conditions in the factory they work in. The workers are saying they've been working 84-hour work weeks. They've received barely any raises, and someone's even complained about having to move a dead body in the factory so they could continue working. So I made a Frito-Lay warehouse worker job posting on ZipRecruiter and said they offer competitive wages, 12-cent raises every 15 years, flexible work hours. You'll go straight home and go to bed before waking up and coming right back. Safe work environment. If someone dies, you can move their body out of the way so you don't trip. A career, not a job. If you're desperate enough to work for us, we'll keep you working until you're dead. And I emailed this job posting screenshot to Frito-Lay and asked for their comment. And I signed my name as Jackie Jones Lee, Colorado and Times. And they responded and said it's not an accurate job listing. To go to their website, and they pay between $18 and $34 an hour. So I emailed back, thank you. The following will be added to the article. When we reached out to Frito-Lay for a comment on wages, they stated, when asked about the dead bodies, no comment was provided. They emailed back, your previous inquiry did not mention anything about dead bodies. Can you please let me know your question there? Apologies, the dead bodies were mentioned in the job posting. The question would be, do you have to move the dead bodies right away, or can they sit for a minute until the work is finished? They didn't respond back right away, so I followed up and said, after consideration, I think it would be best if we remove the dead body comments from the article, period. And they said, thank you. You'll notice the post has been removed as it's a fraudulent job posting. Great, we will include this in the footnotes of the article. The job post, like a dead body in a Frito-Lay warehouse, has been removed so work can proceed. Then they responded with a very long statement saying that only 2 people have died in the last 5 years. Confirmed, the statement will be added with the following footnote. Don't worry, guys, only 2 people have died while packing potato chips.
Dude, who is that, man? That is good shit, man.
Only 2 people have died packing potato chips.
Think about this, guys. That's one person who fucked those guys up. He said, I'm gonna make it a mission to dog these people out any way necessary. If 100 people did it, if 1,000 people do it, we would overwhelm them with these types of stupid fucking emails and crazy communications, like crazy emails and stupid dates or stupid responses. That's what one guy did to one corporation.